it's not horrible, but the main story is pointless. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the stupidity of Skyrim. We are here to talk about Shadows of Mordor. Well, technically we're here to play this game, but, you know, we're going to talk about Shadows of Mordor, which is actually quite intriguing. I'm quite impressed with it. It's definitely not great, and I'm pretty sure if I had... What do I need to take off here? Oh, you tiny little thing. Fucking tiny little thing of the thing of varietals. Yeah, it's not flawless. I find it how it handles the lore. I find some of the moments kind of cringeworthy. Like, there's one point where that little ghost guy, which you will probably never ever hear me say his name, because, you know, I'm fucked if I could pronounce it properly. He says, "Fly, you fool." And I get the reference. I think it's stupid. I think where they put it is stupid. It's not the worst. But the part that I think is the worst part of that is that you're locked in place. You actually can't move when he says that. It's a good 3 to 5 seconds before you can actually move after he says that. And it's like, what? What? If you're gonna say "fly, you fool," do it when I can fucking move. Fly, you fool. Oh, I can go now. It's just like, it's stupid. But it's minor. It really is a minor kind of complaint. I guess I could take... Go. This. That. Get rid of that. It's a minor complaint. It's kind of I don't want to say aesthetic. We'll just go with minor. It's a minor issue. The one that bothers me the most, because that's just a one-time thing. The one that bothers me the most is whenever you start the game, like load up the game, or whenever you die, which I do a lot, you end up getting, or most of the time, at least with me, he'll end up saying, "What are these towers for?" "Oh, they're the light in the darkness to shine light whenever shit fucking falls over." Yeah, I totally fucked that whole quote, but it's basically a really fucked version of the Light of Elendil. So you'll have... I can't even remember the actual quote right now. The fucking game has ruined my quoting. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the light that Galadriel gives to Frodo. It's a reference to that. And I can totally get it. I totally get it. Oh, god damn it. Let me get on this. I wish they would fix the collision on this. It's like, it's such a bad spot. Should be the whole damn rod, not the center of the damn rod. Anyway, yeah, that gets really obnoxious. Like, the one-liners are just kind of tiresome. But the game itself, like, it plays, if you're not familiar with it, it has the movement of, like, Assassin's Creed, but the combat system of, like, Batman Arkham games. So it's a very, very different style. It mishmashes a whole bunch of things. Ultimately, pretty much any review you've read about it, I would say, is correct. It doesn't do anything particularly new or particularly innovative, except for one little aspect. But it is a very competent game in its own right, even if that one aspect that it is quite innovative on wasn't there. it would still be a decent game. It would still be a good game, because it doesn't fuck up anywhere. It's just highly, highly derivative, which, again, isn't a bad thing. You know, it's when you try to be derivative and then completely balls everything up, or, you know, completely balls up the innovative part of your innovative bits. But these guys, they innovated in some areas, and they did it quite well. Like, the Nemesis system, which probably you've heard of if you've heard of Shadow of Mordor, because that's really the only part of it that's anything new. Like, they stole the story, they stole the combat system. They stole the movement system. There's really nothing in there that wasn't made by somebody else originally. Like, not to take away the developer's gusto there, but it's really been... it's been done. So, but yeah, the Nemesis system, it almost makes you want to die. Like, it really gives the world really feels alive. It feels believable. Like, yes, going around, when you go into a certain area, there will always be orcs in those pretty much same spots that they were in the last, 10 times that they were there, or that you were there. Let me go. Fuck. That thing is so annoying. But otherwise, it's actually... It almost makes you want to die, like I said. Like, because every time you die, things change. Like, the whole orc army, all of Sauron's army changes. And you'll have new orcs being promoted. Like, the guy that kills you will pretty much immediately be promoted to captain. The guy that... or not the... I don't know where I was going with that. So you'll be immediately promoted to captain, and then you'll go to... you'll get a bunch of other guys that are promoted from captain, and they'll gain power increases. It's just a really good way. And when you go to combat someone, they're just like... they will almost always talk to you unless you happen to get in this insta-kill, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to repair this shit, and we'll be back. Alright. Welcome back, and we have stuff. All the stuff, I hope. So where were we? I think I was just talking about Shadow of Mordor. I should actually do a video on it. Like, I'm just kind of playing it casually, kind of whenever. Mostly I've just been been sitting downstairs playing it through the Steam home streaming, which is actually not too shitty. It works fairly well as long as you have a reasonably high-speed network. Like, my entire house is wired for gigabit internet, or gigabit Ethernet. Wow, words are hard. So I don't really have to worry too much about my internal network, whereas my internet is... let's just not talk about that fucking piece of horse shit that it is. Actually, let's talk about that. If you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen my kind of rant that I did about internet caps. I didn't even touch on speed. Like, speed is something that's a totally different ball of wax. That's just something I have been unwilling to pay the exorbitant price that I have to pay to get it. It's not even a monthly fee thing. It's an upfront. Anyway, I was bitching about the caps and the stupidity of caps. Like, I looked at Bell Media. So these were the example I did, not specifically to shit on Bell, but, you know, not exactly to not shit on them, because Bell is not necessarily a great company. Well, they weren't, and they still suffer from I'm more important than you greed syndrome, I guess is what we could call it. Where, yeah, it's just pay us more money. Give us money. Money, 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 money. The only thing we need is money. We don't care if our stuff is shit. Just give us more money. More money will make everything better. Money, 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 money. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of called them out. They actually responded to me on Twitter, which isn't what I was going for. Like, I was using them as an example, not calling out their shit, but after that I had to call out their shit. Because they came back, well, let's start from the beginning. I'm a horrible storyteller. I really am. So, I was looking at internet, and I'm like, so this internet that I was talking about is, like, what was it? I didn't mention this part of it, because it wasn't relevant to what I was saying. But it was like, it's like $50 a month for 15 meg down, 10 up, which isn't terrible, you know? Like, that upload, 15 megs is what I have now for download, and it's fine. I don't have any real issues with it. It would be nice to have faster, but it's, you know, I can watch Netflix and YouTube, as well as play an online game, you know, when it works, but that's a totally different ball of wax. And I can, so YouTube, Netflix, play an online game, plus have Steph watching Netflix and playing an online game, and we don't have an issue. So bandwidth is not the issue. It's the caps.